Hey, you guys, it is me. It's another interview with another professional wrestler from Australia, and his name is Keegan Brettle. So let's get into the interview, shall we?
Hey, how's it going, bro?
Hey, Keegan, how you doing today?
Good. How are you, man?
I am so sorry I fell asleep.
That's okay. That's okay. It happens to the best of us.
I just apologize.
That's okay. That's not like I have anything to do. I wasn't waiting for you or anything like that.
Huh? What was that?
I'm just joking. It's all good, my man. It's all good. You got to get your beauty sleeping. No
Oh, yeah,
worries.
yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah,
Where are you at the moment?
I'm in the San Francisco area,
Which one?
California.
Oh, beautiful. Nice. Cool.
So, yeah. And I gotta say, I love the hair.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I watched it for the stream here.
I feel honored. Thank you.
It doesn't get a wash too often. Got a few grays in there now, man.
Yeah, yeah. So let's get into the first question.
Sure.
How did you get into the business?
So I started. I've always obviously loved wrestling. I wanted to do something with it my whole life, and I started in 2013. I initially joined up with AWF.
Okay.
That's a company here in Australia. They were pretty big at the time. And then that quickly changed. That company changed from that into another company called the Australian Pro Wrestling Gym. And then
Okay.
I had my debut there in 2014 with them, and it was all really quick. And yeah, been very busy ever since 2014.
And I think you're kind of friends with two guys that I already did an interview with.
Oh, okay. Who were they? Probably. I got lots of friends. Oh, maybe they're my enemies. Tell me who they are.
One is Jimmy Zero.
Yeah, he's not a friend of mine. I'm, I'm gonna give him a knuckle sandwich on Saturday. I'm making my return to the ring actually on Saturday, and it's against him. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
yeah, I look forward to getting in there with him any chance I can get.
And then the puppeteer.
Oh, the puppeteer, he's my best friend. There you go. Now we're talking. I'm actually seeing him tonight. We're going to an event tonight. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Tell him that I said hi.
All right, I will. So you've interviewed both of them, have you?
Yeah, and I also interviewed Jimmy Zero brother.
Oh, Aries.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah, I used to be good friends with Aries. Yeah. I got lots of stories about those fellas. So yeah.
And he told me that you, Jimmy Zero, and the puppeteer made it all the way to Japan and trained under Tajiri.
That's true. Yeah. So we went over there in July 2025.
Mm-hmm.
We did a couple of shows, and then we also included a stopover at Tajiri's Kyushu Pro Wrestling School.
Mm-hmm.
That was a very, very fun time. I'll tell you what, I'll tell you a good story, man. Tajiri School is in a place called Fukuoka,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little part of, it's a little island in Japan. And the day, so we flew to actually it was a big week. So we had a show here in Sydney.
Okay.
The three of us, me, Jimmy, and Puppeteer, and I was in a four-way ladder match, so really banged up from that match. And then we had to get to sleep and then wake up in like 3 hours, hop on a flight, flew all the way to Japan. We landed there and we were just drinking. The next day, we had a match for a company called 2AW. We were in a six-man tag match. It was a lot of fun. and then drinking. Or the fans, man, the fans there just they take us out, they spoil us, and we have a lot of fun. And then the day after that, we had to wake up for another really early flight. So we within like 3 days, we'd had not a lot of sleep, yeah. And so we had to get on an early flight. I think it was like 7 a.m. So we had to be there at 6, get on the flight at 7. We got to the training facility at like 9 a.m., 10 a.m., something like that. And so I've been to this training place now on two separate trips.
Mhm.
And I think that what Tajiri's crew does is they try and break you as soon as you get there. And I remember that first one, the puppeteer. he,
Oh God! Oh God!
he was in a bathtub the night before. He slept in a bathtub, and he was like a zombie, man. I don't know how he did it. And then the next day, his face was red, and but we survived it. We did good. We got invited back, and Jimmy and I got to tour with them in October for 3 weeks. And I think I'm going to go back in the end of this year. So they loved us, and I think they could see that we had some true Australian heart, you know. And
Yeah, the puppeteer told me the last part of that story, but he didn't tell me the beginning of that story.
oh yeah, man, it's me and the puppeteer are like we're a bad pair, man. We always get up to some mischief, but wrestling is so much fun. I got lots of fun stories like that. Yeah, especially with him.
Oh yeah, I bet you have a lot of stories.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So how did you get the? How did you come up with your in-ring name, Keegan Brettle?
Well, in 1994, my mother and father they they met, right?
Okay.
And they called me Keegan Brettle. And look, when I was trying to start out in wrestling, I remember for a long, even as a kid, man, I was like, what am I gonna call myself? I couldn't think of a name. So what better way to encapsulate how much I love wrestling than just go by my real name? I wear my heart on my sleeve for everything I do, and it's my government name. And yeah, man, just it. I couldn't think of anything. There's the answer, I've been in the game now for like 12 years. I'm probably not going to change it.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
am I gonna change it to now? Nicholas. Something Nicholas Rose. Yeah, it's too late, bro. Too late.
okay.
So
So you actually use your government name.
I use my real name, man. Like hey, I'm not hard to find.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so you wrestled all over the world. You wrestled in Japan. You wrestled in Korea. You wrestled in Australia, of course. But have you ever came to the United States?
Of course, I've wrestled in. I've done 5 trips to the US.
Okay.
My first one was maybe a year into the business, so I only did one match on that first trip,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think my second trip I had 7 matches, and then from there it all just snowballed. So I think at this point I've wrestled in about 30 different states in the US,
Oh,
which is
really?
pretty cool. Yeah, it's like I've visited more states than 50-year-olds. I haven't been back to the US since 2018. I'd
Okay.
love to get back there. Yeah, man. I think my favorite places I've been just to visit would be I love Chicago. I've
Okay.
only been to Chicago for one day. I went to fly in to watch a Bulls game and then I had to fly out. I'm a big
Oh,
Chicago Bulls fan. I
okay.
love the city of Philadelphia and I love the city of San Francisco as well. It looks
Okay.
a bit crazy over there at the moment though, but
Yes, it is.
yeah, they're my 3 favorite places to wrestle. A couple of cool shows I'll name that I did. I remember having a lot of fun. There was a show called Rival Pro with a lot of talent stacked on the. I did that show twice, and
Mm-hmm.
remember one show they actually had Scott Hall booked for the show, but
Okay.
it was right before he died, and unfortunately he didn't make it to the show. But I did the IWA Mid South shows. They were just crazy. I saw a guy take a tombstone power driver off the top rope through a trolley, a shopping trolley. Um,
Out.
CZW. Lot of fun ones, man. A lot of fun ones. So yeah, I also I stayed because my wife is a wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
and so we did 3 months in Canada as well.
Okay.
And yeah, I did. We did 3 months with the Landstorm Training School.
Ooh,
That was a
wow.
lot of fun. That was a lot of fun, and we traveled all around and did shows in like Winnipeg, Calgary, Edmonton, um, and somewhere else I can't remember. But yeah,
Uh,
man.
yeah. So I was doing my research. It says somewhere that did you really wrestle EC3?
Yeah, I wrestled at EC3 and it was nearly 2 years ago. He came
Okay.
to Sydney, Australia. He
Mm-hmm.
was the NWA heavyweight
Yeah.
champion at the time. So, yeah, it was fun, man. He's a good dude. He gave me a toast after the match and said we can have a rematch anytime. He's invited me back to the States a few times, but
Okay.
things haven't lined up for me, but I'd love to get over there again, man.
So in the wrestling business, some of the wrestlers told me that they had to pay for their own trips to
hmm
work. Is that true, or is it different?
Yeah, no, of course. Depends on who you are, right? And depends on who you ask. So if you're a smaller talent, like myself, and you're just trying to make a name for yourself, have a
Mm-hmm.
bit of fun. Look, for me, man, I love traveling. I love getting to see the world. And if I can, squeeze in some wrestling matches, some training, and it just makes it even more fun. You get out of your comfort zone because so many guys they'll just sort of wrestle in one place in Sydney for their whole career. For me, I like knowing that yeah, I've gotten out there. I've been to some wild places that people would never imagine they could even go to, and it's all about the experiences that you have, and it makes you better as a wrestler, and I think better as a human being too. You learn to work with people, you learn to communicate with different people, and you just have life experiences too, man. Like I said, a lot of crazy stories.
Oh
So
yeah, sure, sure.
some I can't tell, most I can't.
Yeah, I think you have a lot of those.
Mm, mm.
So, can you tell me the difference in the United States wrestling and Australia wrestling and Asian wrestling for you? Or
Yeah. So
yeah,
was
or
that the question?
yeah, or is there a difference at all?
So Aussie wrestling and American wrestling is totally it's the same thing. Totally the same thing. I think they take it a bit more seriously over there in America, and there's the states are obviously so close together that you get guys driving 8 hours to shows. They'll carpool and they'll selling merchandise is a bit of a bigger thing as well. Whereas here you don't really get guys carpooling and hopping in a car for 8 hours. It does happen for sure, all the time. Oh,
Yeah,
not all the time. That seems to happen every single weekend in America. Like guys will tee up a loop where they can do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But here, unless one specific show books a tour, like a 4 or 5 day tour, or you've got, a show on a Friday in one state, and then you hop in the car to go to another state, which is 10 hours or 12 hours away. And they're not all close. There's only 7 states here in Australia. And one of them only has one, two of them only have one company. So wrestling's a lot smaller. However, in Sydney, I think there's probably a bit too much. There's about 30 different companies or something like that. It's pretty crazy. Um, but yeah, it's all kind of spread out outside of Sydney. Um, Even Victoria, so Melbourne, Melbourne, Victoria, it's all sort of crammed in there in one spot. And yeah, I mean, in Asia, the big difference would be obviously the style of wrestling. So I've worked for a number of companies over in Japan and Korea as well. That there's one company I work for there. They're very super professional and everything, but it's just that the match style is very different there. Um, there's a lot of 6-man tag matches that they do.
mm-hmm.
Notice that's just a very very big thing. I enjoy them, But personally, yeah, nothing beats a straight up singles match where you can showcase yourself and show what you're all about. But yeah, just I suppose yeah, I don't want to give away too many of the secrets. I mean, I know that kayfabe isn't it is what it is. But that personally, I can't give
Yeah,
away
yeah.
way too many of the in ring stuff. That's just how I roll. But
Uh,
yeah,
that's fine with me. So you told me that you're married to her. So how how is that?
what was the question, bro?
You told me that your wife doesn't wrestle often.
Yep,
So
yep.
so how is that kind of dynamics in the house?
Oh, man, I get asked this question on every single podcast I do. How's it done? Oh yeah, man. If I don't do the dishes, you know. No, it's good. She's super supportive and it works out really, really well. So
Okay.
my son is we have a son together.
All
He's
right.
4 and he's been in the wrestling ring more times than some rookie wrestlers out there.
Wow.
So
Okay.
yeah, he he doesn't even really know what it is, but he likes, coming to the shows and watching and he knows some of the big wrestlers on TV, John Cena and The Undertaker and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we met in 2015, and yeah, she's just the love of my life, and we're a tag team inside and outside of the ring. So we've been
Nice.
married for 5 years, and she's the best.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So let me ask you: if your son came up to you, and go, "Dad, I want to be a pro wrestler," would you allow him to do it?
But I'm going to force him to become a pro wrestler. Hell yeah, man. It's like I said, it's told me so many things in life about having respect for people, being loyal, being passionate, keeping fit, making the right decisions, and like I said, traveling is something that I think everyone should experience in their life, and getting to see the world and what's out there. Yeah, and he should do it. Hell yeah, dude. To answer your question.
Now the real question is your wife going to be okay with it?
Yeah, man, she's okay with it, of course. You know what? Um, I want to have a big family with her, right? Just in case it doesn't work out with him, and we can have backup wrestlers. And if it all really works out, okay, we're gonna have a whole stable, bro. So there's gonna be me. I'll be the leader of the stable, of course, because I'll be a legend by the time he's able to wrestle. We
Okay.
still got maybe I don't know, 12 or 14 years or something, depending on, if some places allow him to wrestle when he's 16.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll have a daughter. She'll be the women's champ. My wife will be like, I don't know, she'll have to fight our daughter for the women's belt, I guess. We'll have a tag, bro. We're going to have twins. We're going to try and have twins next. My super swimmers down here, okay, they're going to be the tag team champions. I guarantee it, brother.
Oh
With
wow.
my guidance, I'll be the leader of the stable. We'll call ourselves the family. That's it. And we'll all use our real names, our real government names.
Wow. Okay. I'm going to hold you up on that.
Huh?
I'm going to keep your words.
Hey! I promise you, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna speak it into existence.
And, when they grow up and I'm still around, I can interview your kids.
Yeah, do it. Hell yeah, that's the deal. I like that deal.
So let me ask you another question. In wrestling, I know there are heels and baby faces. Which one are you, and which one do you prefer to do?
Yeah, so I'm a baby face. I've been a baby face now for I don't know, man. Like 7 years now.
Okay.
So I prefer doing that because you can make more money doing that.
Oh, really?
I sell merchandise and
Well,
yeah, that's yeah. I think being a heel is a lot of fun, and everyone will always say they like being a heel because it is. It's really fun. You know, even when you're laying on the mat and you hear the crowd cheering for the baby face, it means
Mhm.
you've done your job really well. But even just when you can give someone like a nasty look, and they react, I love that too. But yeah, when you, I feel like I can just believe in it more when I hit someone with a splash off the top rope. One, two, three. The whole crowd's counting with you, and then when you stand up and every muscle in your body's flexing, and you're raising a championship, and it's the end of the show, the main event. You can feel it. You can
Yeah,
naturally feel. You know, it's not. I'm a good guy, and I know the people genuinely like me, so it's a good feeling. So yeah, I don't know. There's benefits to both, but I prefer being a babyface. I think, man.
and which one is it hard to get a reaction out of the fan?
Oh, neither. If you're good at what you do, I suppose.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been on both sides of the coin quite a few times. Um, Even when I was younger, but it's just about trying your hardest. I feel like when you walk out. There was a wrestler who told me recently, he's like, I feel like when the fans see you, they know that you wear your heart on your sleeve and they know that you're passionate about what you're doing. So if I'm a baby face, whether I'm coming out, as a young, energetic baby face, just jumping around and dancing to my music and slapping, babies and high fiving adults, whatever I'm doing, or now where I come out and I'm a bit more of a badass and I'm drinking beers and taking my time and not along to the music kind of thing. I feel like the fans can just feel that I love what I do. And if I'm a heel, if you gotta hate the people, you gotta hate the people that night,
Yeah.
what it is. But yeah, I much prefer being a babyface, I think.
So yeah, last two questions here. The, the other question is, who would you put on the Mount Rushmore of wrestling in Australia?
In Australia, that's a good question. Okay. All right. So you put Mario Milano up there.
Okay.
You know who that is?
No, I don't.
Oh, boo!
I gotta look at him. Is
That's
he
all
on
right.
YouTube? Any of his matches?
He's a wrestler from the '60s and '70s, man. But
Okay.
check out the history of just what he did and everything.
Okay.
Wrestling was the most popular back here in the '60s and '70s. You
Okay.
had guys from the US touring over here all the time, and we were on the big number one TV channel here, which is still going. And then I think the sport of cricket ended up taking the wrestling's time slot in I think 1980. Could be maybe it's like 1982 or something like that. But wrestling was super popular here, and I run into old people all the time, like my grandma's friends or someone at the shops or just even an older fan, and they're like, "Oh, back in my day, I used to go down to the festival hall in Melbourne or wherever it is," and they say, "Oh, I remember Mario Milano and Andre the Giant and Ox Baker and Killer Kowalski." It's always the same people. They always say the same people, but it's really cool, and I've watched a lot of documentaries about that, and yeah, anyway, Mario Milano for one. How many left have I got? Mount Rushmore's four people, isn't it?
No, five. So yeah,
Five.
yeah,
Is
you
it
have,
five? Okay, all right. You probably put I don't know, man. I think this is a funny one, but you get a lot of mixed opinions on this, but whatever, it's my opinion. I'd say TNT, who's you know, created the company AWF, and he did a lot of good for wrestling for a long time here in Sydney, particularly, but all over the place.
okay.
Mark Mercedes created IWA, did the same sort of thing, gave a lot of opportunities to a lot of people. Probably put Robbie Eagles, I suppose. He, uh, you know, big reason why PWA is as big as they are, and he's won the New Japan junior heavyweight title or something like that.
Okay.
Everyone always knows him everywhere I go. People ask me about him. And then so one more,
Mm-hmm.
one more. Probably say someone like Slex, I guess. He's been around for like 20 years and just he looks like he's just in his prime right now, but he's been in his prime for like 15 years. I've watched some of his old matches and he's a guy from Melbourne who's been on top in the big company that we have here for a long time. So yeah, everyone loves him.
I didn't hear Jimmy Zero's name.
No, Jimmy Zero isn't on the Mount Rushmore. He's on the naughty list. And this Saturday, when I see Jimmy Zero, I'm going to slap the taste out of his mouth.
Well, that was going to be my last question. How did it feel hitting Jimmy Zero?
How does it feel? What?
Hit punching and hitting.
Okay. So when we stayed in the Kaiusha Pro Wrestling dormitory, I had to share like a room with Jimmy Zero.
Okay.
And another wrestler, Charles Crowley from the UK. Shout out, Charles. He was a legend. Now, Charles and I, we both showered every day, twice a day, because we trained, and then we'd want to shower before we trained, and then
Sure.
we'd sort of come home, shower again, because you don't want to hop into bed all dirty. But Jimmy didn't shower that much. I kind of counted, and in the 3 weeks we were there, I think he had 7 showers. Now, I don't know about you, my man, but that's a few showers short of being a clean human being. So you could smell the cheese radiating from Jimmy's pores. And look, we've been in a rivalry for a long time, me and Jimmy, and Aries as well, his dirty little brother. I don't think they're actually brothers. I think they're gay lovers. But
Wow.
yeah, look, man, I'll throw out the accusations. I've seen the videos. I've showed the people, but it's not AI. Yeah, man. Look, this Saturday I get my revenge. It's me and a mystery partner versus Jimmy, Zero, and Aries for the All-Star Wrestling Tag Team Championships. It's my return to the ring. I haven't wrestled since November the 1st. So I've been injured. I've had a full shoulder reconstruction. It's my second one. But nothing's going to keep me out of the game. Nothing's going to keep me from knocking the cheese off Jimmy Zero and Aries, those two little cowards. They've been running for too long and running their mouths.
Hey, good luck. Good
Thanks,
luck.
brother. I'm excited. Thank you, man.
And once again, I want to say thank you for doing this.
That's okay.
And it's been an honor.
No problem. And then I'll hold you to that. When my son's old enough, I'll get him to jump on here and do an interview with you, bro.
Yeah, maybe you both can come on.
Hey, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe I'll tell my wife. Maybe the twins that aren't born yet, and I don't know, the whole stable will all jump on for a group interview.
Actually, is there any way I can get information on your wife's social so I can really interview her?
Of course, yeah. I'll tell her to send you a message on Instagram or something.
That'd be great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sweet as, man. No worries.
And once again, thank you so much. And I'm sorry that I fell asleep.
That's okay, man. It's all right. No worries. You're awake now, brother. Go get yourself some coffee. And I look forward to seeing the clips of this. It'll be good.
Thank you so much. You have a
Cheers,
great
bro.
day. You have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
Bye-bye.